Deftones, Root, Guitar Tabs, and Guitar Lesson. I'll play all the different sections right at the start. After that, I'll go back through, give the full explanation. Please hit that subscription button. It's the best way of letting me know you like this video and want to see more Deftones lessons. And now, without further wait, let's get on into it. Alright, lots of fun riffs packed into this one. It's an Adrenaline album, so just standard E tuning. And we'll kick it off with this intro slash verse riff. And it's just kind of a single note, higher voiced main riff, I guess. So we'll be up here and we'll start at the 7 on the A, couple there, drop it down to the octave on the 9 of the G. Alright, then we come up to the 9 on the D, and we'll just stay on the D string for a bit here. We do a couple 9s, couple 10s, couple 12s, work our way back down, back to a couple 10s, couple 9s, and then just finish on a couple 10s of the A. And we'll just crank that thing out. Alright, and the intro ends it by just doing a couple of palm muted open E power chords. Do a couple, kind of wait a moment, and then do a couple more. And then we'll get right into the main riff. Alright, the main riff, just kind of a big power chord version of the intro riff, verse riff. And we'll start it here by just doing a couple of open low E's, and then we'll drop down to that mid-voiced E power chord at the 7A, 9 on the D. Jump back up to the 7E, 9A for the B, couple there. Up a fret to the 8 and 10 for a couple for the C power chord. Alright, and then we'll kick it up to the 10 and 12 for the D power chord. Work back down to the 8 and 10 for the C. 7 and 9 for the B. And then finish down here at 3 and 5 for the G. And now we have this little intro segue, and this is also the end of the bridge section that happens again, where we come off and make this, big dissonant chord. It's like a E major 7, sharp 11, no 3. It's basically just trying to sound as nasty as possible. We got the open low E, the 1A, 1D, and we just hit it, let it ring, and then we'll do about 4 little palm muted open low E's. Alright, and repeat that a couple times. All right, we'll come off to that same chord again. But then there's just this little bit of a switch up where we just do a couple palm muted, low E's, hesitate slightly, and then one more. Okay, so we just drop kind of that third open palm mute in that third time through, and then just come back off to the usual like we did the first couple times. And then finally we just end up kind of resolve it on this big E5 chord, more or less the E minor, but we're just leaving out the G string. But we hold it for a moment, and then very subtly you hear that open G come in. It's a little subtle thing you can throw in there. All right, cruise through our usual riffs, but at the end of the first chorus we get a little switch here where it ends it by just cranking out a bunch of palm muted open low E power chords, about 7 or 8 of them, and then we come off to that big E power chord with the open B and E, and then throw in that little G at the end. All right, into the end of the second chorus, bridge, transition here. Second chorus kind of ends like the first chorus ended, but it doesn't have that big chord at the end of it. It just does the palm mutes, the open E power chords. All right, and then it goes right into the bridge, which is this chromatic descending power chord thing with, interlaced open E notes in there. So it just starts here at the 6th fret power chord, that B flat, the 6 and the 8 on the E and the A. All right, and it just slides it down 1. All right, it's this descending chromatic thing. Slides it down from the B flat to the A at the 5 and 7, and then we throw in a quick little open E. All right, and then we just kind of keep that same thing going all the way down. We go to the 5 to the 4, the A to the A flat, throw in the open low E. Same deal, 4 to 3, throw in the open low E. All right, 3 to 2, low E. And then we go 2 to 1, and then just hit that 1 again. All right, then we'll come off to the end, and these ends kind of alternate. Initially it does this bit where it comes off to the open low E's for a handful of palm muted, and then kind of hits the full power chord. All right, and then starts to do it again. And then this is kind of where it switches each time. It hits the first time through, it hits the power chord full, and then adds a little on the D string, 2, 3, 2. All right, so then after that we would go through the whole thing again. All right, and at the end of the second time through, instead of doing the little 2, 3, 2 on the D, we just do a power chord of B flat, B, B flat, the A string here, 1 with the 3 on the D. We go 1 and 3, 2 and 4, 1 and 3. Okay, so that's the end of the every other time through. So we just kind of alternate those endings, go through it a couple times, and it'll get us into the next interlude section. All right, for this interlude section, everything gets kind of chilled out, more of a clean tone going on here, and we just kind of pick through this E minor. No big deal. We just start at like 2D, 2A, open G. All right, then kind of pick through the bottom of it, the open E, B, G. All right, and then just kind of strum the whole thing. All right, and wrapping it up towards the end, we just get a little bigger with it, and we just do, a couple of open E minor power chords here, just come down, hit the bottom part of it, and then it comes off to just open like D, G, B. Okay, that type of deal. All right, for the outro, we get this, interesting like octave, like Eastern scale going on here. And we start here at A and the G, basically are our octaves. We go 7 and 9. We do the 7 and 9, 8 and 10, up to 11, 13, 12, 14, 11, 13, back to the 8 and 10. And you kind of just want to be strumming this like, constantly, like that type of deal. So we just work our way up, back down, do it a couple times. Right. And then we finish it by doing that little bit that we did at the end of the interlude, the kind of open E minor power chords, hit the bottom, then just lift off and hit it. All right, and you do that twice, and we just kind of repeat those two little riffs throughout the outro there. And for the very end of the song, we just do some dynamic power chord hits. We do 3 F power chords here, the 1 E, 3 on the D and G, or 3 on the A and D there. Strum it 3 times. Come off to a couple of E power chords. And then a cute little thing they do at the end there is kind of strum this big, nice sounding chord. F major 7, sharp 11, just kind of like we're making a major, just bar chord F here, but you can just keep the open B and E under it and just kind of strum through it nice and clean.